The planned matchup between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors did not happen as scheduled this weekend. The NBA announced that the game in Minneapolis was postponed after a fatal shooting involving federal agents shook the city and raised safety concerns. The league said the decision prioritized the security of the community as unrest grew near the arena. The incident occurred just miles from the Target Center, where fans were expected to pack the seats. A 37-year-old man, identified by his family as Alex Pretti, an intensive care nurse, was shot and killed by a U.S. Border Patrol officer during a federal immigration enforcement operation. This marked another deadly encounter involving federal law enforcement in the area, compounding already high tensions. Pretti's death occurred amid ongoing immigration crackdowns, and it came as the city was already grappling with recent similar tragedies. Earlier in the month, another fatal shooting involving federal agents intensified public concern and protest. The latest incident drew immediate reaction from residents and authorities alike, prompting a visible law enforcement presence and the activation of the National Guard to help maintain order as crowds gathered. With demonstrations spreading through downtown Minneapolis, including around major stadiums and public spaces, the NBA took action. Officials made the call to push the game to the next day to keep fans, teams, and staff out of harm's way. The Timberwolves and Warriors are now set to meet at a rescheduled time, while a second game between the clubs remains on the calendar later in the week. Beyond the basketball world, the shooting sparked significant public outcry. Protesters have taken to the streets in freezing conditions, drawing thousands to express frustration with the federal presence and demand accountability. These demonstrations have included calls for changes to enforcement tactics and broader conversations about civil rights, community safety, and transparency in law enforcement actions. Local events tied to the NBA game were also affected. Nearby outdoor festivities were cut short, and fans who arrived for scheduled activities were urged to leave early as safety protocols tightened around the unfolding situation. The postponement of a major sporting event underscores how deeply events off the court can impact communities and the world of sports. As the situation continues to develop, eyes remain on Minneapolis, where the city, its residents, and teams alike navigate a difficult moment far larger than a single game.